Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends What If Deluxe Hydra Stomper here. He is a pretty big boy. So let's take a look. Mostly green. Built like a tank, of course. A couple of highlights here and there. Nice little bit of blue. Blue for the eyes. It's pretty much just different shades of green. A little bit of white for the markings, make him look a little bit more militaristic. This little piece here is a floating piece, kind of sandwiched between the torso and the crotch. Love the rivets here, how it makes it look like it was, just boop, boop, boop together. A little bit of green here on the arms, or green paint on the arms for a little bit of detail there. And the gun and this antenna made a little bit softer plastic, so they're kind of floppy. Shoulder pads are soft and do get out of the way, and they got the ring around them, so they do move with the articulation. Yeah, kind of basic, but awesome at the same time. So you got the big old Hydra stompers. Not much going on the back. Got a peg hole for an accessory. We'll take a look at it in a minute. And this guy is just fantastically large. Now, as for accessories, as you can see on his left, he's got a kind of grippy type hand, and then right, he's got a fist. You get a grippy type hand for the right side. Again, pretty simple. Looks like it's just cast in that green plastic. Looks like the fingers should articulate, but they don't. They are kind of soft though, so you can move them around. Wrap them around a Hydra soldier's head if you need to. And then he's got a fist for the left side. And he also comes with his jetpack. A little bit of details here and there on the vents. A little bit of kind of scoring on the rocket parts. Now, these do come separate in the package, so you do have to put them on. So when you put them on, you want to make sure this kind of detail part in the footholds are facing the handle. It does, of course, have the handle and the footholds for Captain Carter to ride on his back. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I have seen it done. And then with this, you also get two gigantic Iron Man blast effects. This one doesn't come with it. This one came with the Stealth Iron Man. Just showing how big they are. These things are huge. And they're translucent, but they got this little yellow paint on them. Make it look like he's blasting off. And those just plug straight into the bottom of the jetpack, rocket pack. I don't really know what you'd call it. And there you go. And with that, just goes right in the peg hole. It goes right in, so he can whoosh off and do what he needs to do. Adds a little bit of weight to the back. You kind of gotta counterbalance, but you can get there. Let's take that off real quick. Now, let's go over some articulation. Head, it's on kind of a dumbbell joint. Looks down. Looks up pretty good. and get your side to side. And he's got a good amount of wiggle on there. So you can give him some little bit more posing options there. For the shoulders, like I said, this is kind of a soft rubbery piece. And the arm goes almost all the way up. Rotates all the way. And that will kind of stay up for a second, but you see it's kind of working itself back down. Bicep swivel. Single elbow. Gets about that far. And the wrist, they do hinge. In and out. And they swivel. And for torso, goes forward tiny bit. Back, not really. But you can twist. And he does kind of tilt on there too. Oh, also I forgot, with the smaller regular Iron Man effects, you can plug them into the gun. So it looks like he's pew-pewing away. Now for the legs, they go forward about that far. Back about that far. Out. Not great, but not bad. Does have a thigh swivel. Kind of hidden by this plate. Single knee will get you that far. It's a big, bulky boy. And the ankles, they do rotate. They'll go about that far back, about that far forward. And then you get a lot of rocker. And the rocker's kind of ratcheted, which is good because that means you can get a little bit more stability out of them. And sit you back there. Alright, now let's do a few little size comparisons. Here he is with Captain Carter. And a Hydra Trooper. Hydra Trooper's on the standard Bucky Cat body. And there's good old Taskmaster, also on the Bucky Cat body. For a big robot guy comparison, let's bring in Ironmonger. He's kind of crunched and posed, but they're actually about the same height. I think Hydra Stomper might have a little bit of height on him. And for just some other general big Marvel Legends, here we have the Deluxe Giant Man. Who doesn't want to stand? And here he is with Groot. He's happy to see everybody. last but not least, let's throw him in here with the AEW Unrivaled Series by Jazzwares, Kenny Omega. So yeah, he is a big, chunky robot, or mech, I guess, since he's more of a suit. Would be kind of cool if they had a way to have the chest open up to show, you know, a skinny Steve Rogers in there. Might be asking for a little bit too much on the engineering side, but still, would be neat. Once you get him in an action pose, he actually stands fairly decently. Of course, I say that, and he's gonna try to fall because he's on camera. And it actually looks like, yep, be kind of careful with these because it looks like mine is starting to break a little bit. So yeah, he is definitely a fun figure, especially if you're a fan of big chunks of plastic. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. Have a good night.